So happy to be with you all today. Today we are in Vision Quest, and this is purification time. We're having ceremony sweats, but the truth is that ceremony it's 24 hours a day. And it has been very prevalent, this message about truth. And going into the purification times for the people, it has been a big deal too. Where it is that truth, and where is that little bitty thing that it is inside of you that it is truth. And from that truth, really come forward into an amazing realization of the self. The struggle has been about the system and how the people has been following the system and truly rejecting the higher truth available for them, even rejecting that little truth that is always there and it is always kicking in, saying and guiding you. So here are all these beautiful people that they want to share their stories.
Hi, this is Patrice, and I'm really happy to be here. And one of the things that's been coming up for me through all of this Vision Quest as we've been purifying is how much I have valued the system over myself and the Great Mother. And I think, just finding a way to flip that, because what I really want is to be able to change my value system. And as Magdala was saying, that little truth, if I can just recognize that and build on it and expand it, that's one of the things that I'm here to do.
Hi, this is Shrishti, and it's been such a blessing to be in a space where I can feel naked inside of myself, bring everything, any issues that I feel out and understand it and try and figure out a way to move it. And it's been a blessing to have Ma here and all these sisters, because it's been a great support as well.
Hi, this is Barb, and it's been a blessing to be here in Vision Quest, learning so much, about that truth and finding it and opening up through my heart and being that best friend for myself. So whatever comes through me is from that little piece of truth inside and getting bigger and bigger, so I can have that honor and that integrity inside of me.
Hi, this is Christine, and I'm here with my sisters in Magdala and Vision Quest. And one of the purposes for me to come here was to face myself and find out who I truly am. I can't do that if I don't know my truth and don't use my truth, and I have to find that and use it. And trusting that the Great Mother, how she sees me, I want to believe in that myself, in my consciousness.
There is a truth inside of you. It has always been a truth inside of all of you. And that truth, it guides you in what is right, what is wrong. You are the one who's choosing. You're choosing over and over again. And we have been talking about this in other radio talks, about perpetuating the patriarchal system or choose a higher truth. Choose the right thing, what it is and what is going on. Another thing that it was very prevalent, it has been very prevalent in this Vision Quest, is the idea of how do you value yourself and what the system did to the women. Why the boys were more important than the girls, and many other civilizations too. That has been very, very prevalent in how your parents felt when they knew that you were a girl. So that has been opening a huge door to understand how do you value yourself. So when we were feeling it and knowing about this and asking the people, name 3 things that you value yourself. It was very hard to even point it out. Nobody asked them this question before. And I'm asking all of you, that value that you have as a human being, as a woman, as an entity, in that divine spark that you are, what do you value inside of yourself? And that has brought a lot of purification and some tears too, to find a way of, if you don't value yourself, where is the value that you're expecting from somebody else?
Yeah, and that really hits the core, because I've realized everything, all my relationships in some way or the other have been scripted, because it's been how to relate through labels, and each label of a relationship has rules defined by culture and defined by family upbringing. And so I don't actually know how to relate without those parameters, so to speak. And so it's been realizing, okay, so where is that authenticity and original experience with someone, and even relating and making decisions in life, choosing experiences has been accordingly to what I was raised with, to think what is right and what to think and what to do, the proudness of the family about certain things or not. Those are the things that are inside of me as part of that system. And yet here I am trying to comprehend, how do I begin to relate through that source that is independent of all of that, because that's something that I haven't been fully bringing forward inside of myself.
Yes, and one of the things we talked about too a lot is, growing up, at least for me, growing up in the United States and being in a system where women don't seem to matter, and then you get that and get that and get that until finally you don't feel like you matter anymore. And that really triggers a lot. So I think, just finding that I matter to myself has been really important to me.
And that mattering to yourself is just being in that place of integrity, saying your truth, no matter what, no matter who's around you, no matter what is riding on it, so to speak, because then you can stand there and be in that love and that integrity for yourself and for others.
Yeah, for me, and the integrity of being able to do that and not worrying about consequences, as Barb said, I was raised with a father that felt as a girl I needed to be taken care of, and as that was my mindset as I went through life. Well, that in large is the patriarchal system, and I embraced it, and now I need to discard it because it doesn't support me and never has supported me. And it doesn't support my authenticity in any way whatsoever.
The truth is that you matter. You have always mattered. You are important. Every single life being, it is very, very important. You need to comprehend this, that it is love that connects and integrates and heals. And that understanding that you matter, that you have a value, that you understand that value and that you value yourself, you respect yourself, you respect your integrity, you embrace that truth. It's just way too important at this time. And yes, understand the consequences. Every single act has a consequence. And the consequence of your doing is very, very important at this time, because it liberates you of all this trap and enslavement that the patriarchal system has been doing. So, yes, people has been struggling a little bit. A lot of tears have been coming out, and yet finding that light that you are. What do you feel, Mijita?
I feel, finding those parts that are broken inside of myself have been very important, because that's where I've been living in truth, actually, in one way or the other. So just even being able to comprehend it and question, this question about what are the 3 things you value about yourself has been so hard, because of the voice inside my head that kept saying, well, is this why they love me? Or maybe this is why they love me? Or this is what I'm good for this person, and that's why I receive love? There's all these thoughts that have been ruling me in many ways for all this time. And so bringing that one into that question really has been triggering how I see myself. And it's been also, can I see myself without finding what I'm good for, or seeing myself without that?
Yes, for such a long time, the system has been defining you. And this is the time where you liberate yourself and see your own power. Now, one of the things that it is coming out in the table too is each one of the people have a way of doing these things. So it is not that we can give the aspirin for everyone and it is good for the same thing. No. What it will work for one, it will work for the many. It won't work for the many. It will create just these big gaps about this, because the medicine, the path is very, very unique. When people were working in this value situation and understanding their own biases and their own fakeness too, and be able to see how that value was completely compromised, they did begin to understand there is a truth inside of me. Can I believe myself again in me? Can I reach myself? What it is that part in me that it is creating a bridge to understand that value that I have, that I matter, that making my purpose in life, it truly matters for the highest good of everyone and each one of you. So that has been very, very prevalent in all this.
Yes, and I think, while it's different for each person, I think it is a big step to find that truth inside of you, even if it's tiny. And then recognize, when it presents itself, that's the opportunity to be able to make a choice. Am I going to be in that truth, or am I going to align with something else, which is not in that truth? And I think that's the thing, that I do over and over again, is it's a betrayal to myself when I don't make that alignment. And then how can I trust myself? And then there you go. So it's so much better when you make the right alignment.
Something that Ma always says is the mother sees everything. The mother knows you, and she can see you all the way. And the way, something that's been coming up for me very strongly in this vision quest is how I hide, because there are things that I've done wrong, that I know I've done wrong, or I know there are things that are off in me, and then I hide it, or I hide from that truth. And in some way or the other, it's that fear of being transparent that's been so instilled from the very, very beginning as a child. Like, don't say this, you need to keep this a secret. If you're feeling this way, that needs to be a secret. So it got to a point where I started hiding things from myself in such a point that, of course, I couldn't find the things that I needed to find to realize something deeper inside of myself. And that has been like to be able to practice that here with everybody, to bring how broken I'm feeling out on the table without any judgment and say, okay, this is fucked up. And it's okay. What are we going to do about it? How are we going to move it? And that's all right. And to support each other in this, that has been a blessing.
We are laughing because that bad word that just come out from my beautiful daughter, and it is okay. I think you understand exactly what's the point. And it is beautiful in one way or the other. I do want to say, the Great Mother, or what you call the Great Mother, is your own nature. It is your essence. Far beyond this lifetime, you have a signature. She knows you. Yeah, of course. And it's not judgment. Yet, it is a truth that it is being presented just in front, in your eyes. A truth that it will help you to make that realization of the self. You hold on into that truth, and that truth is going to take you directly to the center. That center of the essence, it is you, the one that aligns with the one that created you. No one, and I repeat, no one can make that work for you. So it is very, very important at this time.
And I think that's what it means when you say it's individual, so each person has their own key, and that starts with yourself, that you're that key. And can you just build upon that tiny little part that you recognize so that you can begin to make it bigger and bigger and bigger?
For me too, also we've come and we have our own reasons for being here, and sometimes it's like, what is my purpose? For me, I've just realized my purpose is to find me, the real me, and the rest of it will manifest as it should. But until I do that, nothing else is going to matter, and I have to have the courage and the tenacity to do that, and that's the work for me.
And for me, it brings up issues of fear. Well, that fear is just an illusion, because I am love no matter what I'm feeling, the fear. So to use that as a catalyst and to not push people away, to not allow others to feel my love, just to get beyond that. And just to go deeper in that.
I love Vision Quest. Vision Quest is truly about you. And each one of the people have their own journey, their own perception of reality, their own frequency range. Yet it is beautiful to see the weaving that it is happening in here because of love. People helping each other, people really supporting each other, people, even when there is a lot of struggle, still there is this incredible love that it brings everyone together. I love that part of the Vision Quest, that everyone has a different journey, and yet we are all interconnected into that oneness that we are. We're not going to go up until 2 days more. So who knows what the Mother is going to bring for today during ceremony in this purification time. We wanted to share with you this beautiful journey because, you see, the message of one is the message of the many. It is your journey too, in one way or the other. We will share more next week about what happened and how is everyone. And maybe in Sacred Woman page. There is many more announcements that we will need to do. So keep in touch. Make some prayings. If one person got it, it will be much more simple for all the people. We all are together in this. In this togetherness, it really creates a big difference because we don't need to pass through these situations alone. You know, we're not alone. Vision Quest is really magic. We are in the sacred land. This whole land has been consecrated by the Great Mother. Every temple that it is in here, every structure, every sacred place, it is truly amazing, beautiful. You enter to ceremonial grounds, and it is a completely different realm about what is going on. And you can see all that third-dimensional reality and situations in your life so far away that you actually can see it from the higher picture. One of the things that it has been also very prevalent is don't sweat for little things. You know, don't let yourself define you for little bitty things. You know, you are much more than that. And that has been also very, very important to notice this. It has been hard about maintaining the temples because we are maintaining the temple inside of ourselves. So painting the kivas, so preparing the temascalito, being in the temple of the union of polarities. Right now, we need to go to the temple 12 plus 1. Every single temple has a vibration, a note, that it is going directly to this heart of us. And recognizing that part of, yes, the temple needs to be rebuilt. Yes, the temple needs to be repaired. Yes, the temple needs to be painted and beautified just the way that we do to ourselves. And Vision Quest is the right place to do this. In the land, the sacred land. It truly is liberating. We are so grateful that we have ceremonial grounds. I'm so thankful for each one of you, and I will tell you more later. Tlatzocomate, tlatzocomate, tlatzocomate for your support, for your spiritual work. We want to change the world. We need to do this together, and it starts with ourselves. I am you. I am Magdala.